Hi, I'm Dean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jason. Welcome to Nerds Before Birds, the podcast where you'll find reviews, rankings, and general discussion on all things pop culture.
All of them.
This week, we're going to continue our March Marvel madness and go over some of the theories for the trailer, the newest trailer that's come out, and also what we think that's going to actually occur in Endgame. Super excited. What theories? You guys got anything that you want to throw out there before we begin?
Think borders.
Learning, no. Just doing research and seeing what like the general consensus is has made me more unsure.
Yeah,
right. I genuinely have no idea what they're going to do now because they're like, oh, it could be this or it could be that, or it's like, oh, Marvel just got the rights back for Fantastic Four. Maybe they're going to bring Reed Richards in. Who knows? And you're like, well, didn't know that.
I'm ruling out like anything X-Men related and Fantastic Four.
Do they have X-Men?
Well, well, they do now because of Fox. But
as
the
of
merger,
yesterday.
yes. When we recorded this, as of yesterday,
Wednesday
yeah,
this week.
Yeah. So
so awesome.
Oh man.
But what I think, I don't think any of those will actually appear in Avengers Endgame or anything like that. There might be some subtle hints, but I don't think there'll be anything actually.
Yeah,
like
it
present.
It could be like the Hawkeye cameo in the first Thor, where it's like so minor. Like, is that a person?
Yeah. Is that someone
why do you grab a bow and arrow and
they
not an
kinda
M4?
They established that mutants are a thing, maybe.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, oh yeah, surprise!
Like,
That's been a thing this whole time.
The
mutants
like,
are?
they maybe drop something about the mutant X gene.
Metahuman.
Something like that.
Fair enough.
What do they call them? Enhanced.
Yeah, that's what they've been going with anyways.
Yes.
What we're going to go over this week, we're going to go over a few things, mainly the big things that we got out of the trailer.
Yep.
What we think's going to happen with Iron Man. Is he going to stay stuck in space?
Well,
Probably not.
Obviously not by the trailer, but
I think you might be okay.
he might be okay. But the Russos have done things in the past where they've put like things in the trailer that don't actually occur in the movie because you've seen it in Infinity War with Hulk coming like into play, but then he's not actually in the movie. He's just
I feel like
Hulkbuster suit.
that whole scene though was more. It was like a very big cinematic, like here they come scene. The scene that we saw Tony Stark in didn't really have that same gravitas. It was just more of like they're just walking with purpose.
Yes.
So I think if there was going to be a scene, that they would fake, I figured it would have been one of the more big ones with all of the Avengers going off.
Yeah, right.
But could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah,
could be red herring.
The other thing is, even after this trailer, Kevin Feige's statement is still apparently true, where everything we've seen in all the trailers
first 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So obviously Stark gets back pretty early in the game.
Yes. How do you think he'll get back? Like Paul, what do you think?
I mean, the only thing I can think about is the fact that we've seen a photo of Gwyneth Paltrow in the rescue suit.
Yep.
But here's the thing. One, they don't know where he is. And two, he is so far away.
Yeah.
No one could have built some form of ship that can travel that distance in what I'm assuming is only going to be a couple of months.
Yeah, right.
But well, two things. Well, first of all, like I think I like that theory more than the other one, which is Captain Marvel picks him up on the way.
Yeah.
I think we would have seen him then.
Yeah.
We would have seen him.
But okay.
In the, we would like, why would she rock up? I feel like if they're gonna in the button scene for Captain Marvel, if you haven't seen it, see it. Spoiler. Here we go.
Yeah.
Where she's standing right behind everyone somehow, and no one hears her. They're all assassins, but no one hears her.
And she somehow got into the whole
There's
mansion.
no
Yeah,
whole
it's
mansion.
just-
There's no security.
It's
Anyway,
from the 90s. That's when stealth was invented.
that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously, that's
What
how
a
it
good
works.
year that was, stealth. But I feel like if you really wanted to show a rad button scene, why not have like,
Stark
you could have Carol Danvers behind him, but then just have Tony Stark kick the door and be like, so.
Yeah. You know what I think's going to happen? So this is kind of going to our spoiler territory for later on, but I think what, I mean, none of this is really spoilers because they're just guessing.
Potential
So
spoilers.
yeah, it's just theories.
Welcome
It's
to a
potential.
podcast where you're going to get nothing out of it.
Absolutely nothing. But what I think is going to happen is that's going to happen before Tony gets back. I think they're going to actually go off and try and fight Thanos early on in the movie. And without Stark. And what'll happen is they'll get defeated. And that's where I think I know part of your theory, and I don't want to spoil what you think. What do you think? Yeah,
So
give us your
similar
theory.
to what Paul was saying, but the thing is obviously, yeah, it's a huge distance. But Pepper, like, they actually, in the new trailer, showed in one of the, like, flashback clips, they specifically showed Gwyneth Paltrow with the helmet in that scene from Iron Man 3 where she receives the message from the helmet. So she's going to get a message, I think. They put that in there specifically for that. We also have Groot on the Earth, who can...
Groot's gone.
Groot's gone, dude.
Oh,
Rocket?
We also have Rocket.
Yeah,
who,
Rocket.
you know, possibly can track the ship.
Yep.
And we have Thor, who has Stormbreaker that can travel literally anywhere.
That's true.
He
can. I actually think, so I'm jumping in, like, because I think you said the other day, you said that you think Thor's going to die.
Yes.
I actually think he's going to die as well. Now, like, the more I look into it, the more I think he might actually die. But he'll die before Tony gets back. So what'll happen is they'll go off and they'll try and fight Thanos without Tony, and because he's lost out in space.
Okay.
They'll like Captain Marvel and him will go off mainly maybe on their own ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, right.
Thor will die. Then
early on.
Early on.
Because Thor would be going double hard because he could have killed him, but he didn't.
And he has now lost everything.
He's got
Exactly.
He's got nothing left.
So I think he'll die because he'll just be gung-ho running out on his own.
Yeah.
But then what'll happen, I'm not sure what'll happen next, but I'm guessing maybe Captain Marvel actually kills Thanos early on.
I don't think Thanos is going to be a problem. I don't think he won't be the problem.
And that's
in this movie.
where I think what'll happen is because they've killed Thanos, now they're going to try and have to work out how to
get everyone back.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's if Thanos is alive.
This is true.
I mean, where he ended up is his absolute paradise. His exact thing that he wanted, which kind of makes me think, is that real?
And then also, that's true. Yeah. But problem with my theory is that Tony probably has to get back first because Nebula will have to tell them where Thanos is, where she thinks Thanos is, so that then they're like, we know where Thanos is. Yeah. He grabs Stormbreaker, grabs Captain Marvel because they can both travel together or whatever.
Grab him.
They both, whatever.
Was Thor walking with the other guys?
No, he wasn't. That's why I was like, maybe he dies early on, and he's the catalyst for everyone, like being really upset in that mid sort of sequence that's in the trailer. Yeah. And then we have like time pass. Because there's a lot of time like passing throughout the trailer because of the hairdos and everything, all that changing. Yeah. So we have all that time pass where they're trying to still work it out.
There was sorry to interrupt. There was a theory that I read, and someone did the math on this. They were like, the average human woman's hair grows at X amount of centimeters per month, and they were like, looking at this, we can see how much longer Black Widow's hair is, and the fact that now she's kind of got blonde tips instead of blonde roots. And it's like, so we can infer from this that at least a year and a half has passed. And you're like, dude, okay,
that's like really
hell
intense.
yes, that's awesome.
So do you reckon? So we're gonna start moments after Infinity War?
No, I think it'll be a couple of months. Because look at when.
But think about the hairdos that we've already seen.
But look at when Scott Lang comes back. Yeah. Everything's overgrown. There's posters everywhere. It's just absolute disarray.
Future, and then he comes back to the present.
Do you reckon there's a time jump? Like we'll start out moments.
That's why I don't
and
know.
And then jump.
Yeah. So, but are we agreed though? Like with Iron Man getting saved. Oh, do you think it's rescue? Do you think it's Gwyneth Paltrow?
I reckon it might either be, I don't think it'll be Gwyneth Paltrow.
I just said Popper.
Maybe I think she can either track him, or, Rocket would probably know where the Benetai is, because it's his ship, kind of. So
yeah, he's the captain after all.
He is the captain, exactly right. So they might be able to be like, oh, it's up here, let's go get him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the thing. There's so many theories that are so plausible because you've got 10 years of reference to pull from.
That's true. One.
I don't know though.
Okay. All right. I'm going with he gets rescued by Pepper, but for some reason, like he's in the process of trying, because it actually sort of hints at it that he's like, I've got this last ditch thing that I'm gonna do to try and get home. It might work. Yeah. And he'll be like piecing it all together. Then she'll arrive in like the rescue suit, and he'll be like, that's exactly what I need to power this thing to get home.
How wild would it be if he plugs the rest of his suit into the ship and just fires it at Earth, but it's got no reason to break, and he slams into the ground and just dies straight away.
It's an accident.
Imagine if he, like, it's like, what's that movie with Seagal where he dies right at the beginning? Executive decision. Yeah, exactly.
He totally does
executive
that.
decisions himself straight away in the movie. He's gone.
That should be a wild card. If that
that's the
happens.
wild
If
card.
that
Yeah,
happens,
okay.
all bets are off.
Do we
Okay.
want- do we need
we
to
should explain the
that?
bets. Okay, so
Cool.
what we're doing is we've decided, like, for the main theories that we have for the podcast for Endgame, what we're going to do is we're going to have a bet for our theories for who actually survives the end and who dies. So we all have differing opinions, or maybe like some of us, mostly. But people that will stay dead, and that's very important. Not people that will like come back.
Yeah.
But stay dead, and maybe like the little things that maybe happen along the way.
Yes.
If the person the person that is the most accurate, will win the bet. It's going to be what? Let's just make it $10 each.
Oh, I thought they get to pick the next movie review, and it can be anything.
I like the money thing.
Money? You want
I like
money?
money, yeah.
All right,
Let's do 10 bucks.
Okay, that's fine. We can do money.
It can be anything. What were you going to do? Like
I
Super
got bills to
Broly?
pay.
Yeah, I was going to make us do Super Broly. It's going to be awesome.
Well, if you win, then
no, it is for you guys. I want money.
If we win,
we get money.
that's up.
No, I want money now, so I can buy it on Blu-ray.
Fair enough.
All right.
So the major things that we think will happen in this.
Basically, who dies?
Who dies? Who dies at the end?
Okay.
What do you think, Dean? Who
All
do you
right.
think's going to die?
And I've discussed this with you guys before. And
As in, who will stay dead or who's going to die?
Stay
in this
dead.
movie?
Stay dead.
All right.
stayed? So who's dead already and staying, or just like who will die in the?
Who will
Endgame?
just die and stay dead in Endgame?
All right, because it's a
Okay.
bit specific, you know.
Yes.
So, Cap survives.
Yep.
Captain America survives
Yep.
Okay.
because he's the only one that like is willing, has always been willing to play the sacrifice.
So
Yep.
that's-
Yep.
Yep.
So he's destined to survive
Yep.
and watch someone else do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thor's gonna die because he's the one that always that never believes that he's going to be defeated. He's always had this like.
Does he believe that anymore?
But he's
I'm
been
unstoppable.
defeated
He's been defeated many times.
many times.
But-
yeah. Okay.
Think about like
4
how
times.
he comes out of that. Like he's still like, oh yeah, he's never fought me a second time. That kind of stuff. Like he's still
Okay, I
his
don't buy into
gusto.
that, but yeah.
But it's like over the last 3 movies, he's slowly starting to realize that he's not indestructible, and that at one point or another he's going to have to play the sacrifice card.
Yeah, okay.
And so it's building up to that final decision where it's like, no, I'm actually going to have to put my life on the line for this.
Yeah. Okay.
So Thor's going to die, and Iron Man is going to lose an arm.
Okay.
Yeah, which is weird.
very
and very
specific
specific.
thing.
You
Probably
go back to
not-
Civil War.
No, it's right back to the beginning.
Right back to the
Yeah,
very
beginning,
first
right?
shot of
Yeah.
Tony Stark in the first Iron Man film
Yeah.
is his left hand.
Rolling a dice.
Whiskey-
Wait.
Whiskey
Is it very
glass.
specific though? Does it
No,
have
he's
to be
rolling
left?
dice, isn't he?
His left arm.
His left
His
arm.
left arm.
It has to be his left arm, right?
There's a great YouTube video where it's basically like the longest running Easter egg
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
MCU is Tony Stark's left arm.
Yeah, it's like
And
the arm that gets taken out in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's like that foreshadowing for that.
basically in every single movie that Iron Man's in, his arm is always getting injured. Left hand, or left arm specifically. It's the one that he's always like he's testing out his suit originally in. It's the one like
And the Russo
In Civil
brothers.
War, it's the one that has the that he can grab the thing.
Yep, exactly.
The Russo
it's the
brothers
one that he's
also
gonna.
did work on Arrested Development, so
is true.
that could be a crossover. That like
The theory is
potentially
that he's going to actually wield the Infinity Gauntlet at some point, and
Yeah.
it's going to lose him his arm,
yeah, fair
cost
enough.
him his arm.
So you think
No.
okay? So your final
in-
vote is
but-
Thor stays dead.
Thor stays dead. Cap survives. Iron Man ends up
Iron Man
losing an arm.
reverses the dusting.
Well, here's the bit which makes it more plausible because after he loses his arm, he gets a robot arm, and he starts to actually become the machine Iron Man that he initially started. Like he actually is becoming Iron Man. legitimately.
That's stupid.
I love it.
That's such a dumb
singing
theory.
it, and I'm
I've read a
probably-
lot of theories. That one is honestly one of the worst.
I will probably pay up, which is why I have a great wild card.
There was one that I read where Earth
yeah.
is still flat and on the back of a turtle, and the turtle kills Thanos, and that is still a worse theory.
It's such
That's
a
stupid.
Theory.
I like so we should
It's a
explain the
good
wild
theory.
cards as well. So wild cards are basically all bets are off. If these things happen in the movie, then nobody wins
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm wrong, I still don't have to pay up if this happens.
If this happens.
Yeah.
And that very thing, like that for my wild card anyways, is that nobody will die. Even Thanos won't die.
No, he's dead.
But like
He's a bad guy.
and
in the
yeah,
MCU.
yeah,
He's dead.
But that's the wild card. That's not my actual theory for what'll happen. So,
Okay.
so it's different. What is your theory for what'll happen?
How it's going to go down. All right.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that Iron Man is going to reverse the click. Now, here's a few things that I was reading where you said, will no one die? And I think there's a potential, but the only reason that being is because who's the guy who plays Winter Soldier?
Bucky.
Thank you. Who's the guy who plays
plays him.
idiot?
Stan Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Hey, I was close. I was closer than the rest of you guys.
Okay. Were you?
Reverse name.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who plays Iron Man?
Bucky.
Tony Stark?
Tony Stark. Yeah. What's your point?
He said that there was a day where they had everybody on set. Absolutely everybody in the MCU was on set. It took them 3 months to plan it with everybody's schedule.
Yeah.
So my theory is Iron Man will reverse the click. In some way or another, there'll be some power through the Soul Stone where he will be shown maybe like a small portion of his potential future. And I think it's going to be a wedding between him and Pepper.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one of those shots where you see it, everybody is there, it's going to be great, and that's how he's going to go out. You're going to go out on that note that he's like...
And they have a baby as well because there was also
Yes.
the thing
Yes.
with the baby. So I reckon it'll be another like jump forward.
It'll be a jump forward.
potential,
He'll see
yeah.
portions of his life and be like, yeah,
is
it's
what
like,
I'm giving up.
don't do this, this is what you could have. And he's like, no, this is what I'm going to do it. Ultimate sacrifice
Yeah.
play. He goes down. Cap stays alive, but I do like the theory that he gets transported back.
How many theories do you have?
I have a lot of things.
Yeah.
The theory that he gets transported back, because you see when Scarlet Witch does the mind control on everyone,
Yeah.
Cap's was the empty ballroom because he couldn't have the dance with
couldn't have
Peggy.
the dance.
Yeah.
He goes back to the 40s.
Yeah, that he goes back to back
and
in time
can have the
and
dance
lives
with
his
Peggy.
life
And is he
back
like,
with
he's
Peggy.
just going to go
I think
back
that's where he's going to be.
Yeah,
But
that's a great theory.
What if he goes back to like before he has any powers as well? He's like the little like oh hey, that's
I think I agree with you guys that Thanos is going to get wiped straight away.
Yeah.
He's got he is useless now. He's not that strong now that he has no gauntlet. The gauntlet was giving him so much power. He's got none of that, and his arm's a bit cooked.
The
literally.
other part that I was going to put in with the Thor dying in the early, like my theory of him dying in the first act, is maybe Captain Marvel dies as well because she's currently like, of course they're going to redo, like she's not going to stay dead.
Oh, okay.
No, like just for the
But
movie.
how are they all going to die though? Thanos isn't a threat anymore.
But then he becomes the threat for this movie, basically. It sets him up as a threat for the movie, shows how strong he is in the first act because he kills Thor and he kills Captain Marvel, and then they got to regroup, work out how to beat him,
Time travel it.
do all that kind of stuff. And then you don't have like the Superman problem that Captain Marvel kind of is,
Maybe.
where she's like too strong kind of
Do
thing.
you think there might be another big bad
Yes.
that gets into, into it?
Yes.
That we
Here's
just
what I'm
saw?
thinking. There's
Galactus?
two. There's two that I'm thinking. One,
Yeah.
Galactus.
Yeah.
Right?
Is
Two though,
Galactus,
and this is
do they own the rights to Galactus?
They do now.
Yeah, but they didn't when they were
did
making the
before,
movie.
They did before, yeah.
more
did they?
plausible, and who I actually think this is going to set up for is I think they're going to bring up Lady Death.
Yeah, because
that's why
we
Thanos is
we
doing
didn't
this.
hear anything about Lady Death.
You hear a lot about it
last one.
in
Yeah.
Thor. You hear a lot about it in help me. Oh, in Infinity War. Like he's doing
the
this
Infinity Gauntlet.
for Death.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Now,
badass.
the Galactus one I love because I read a theory which I thought was really awesome that the whole Thanos wiping out half of civilization, for balance and all that, that was his excuse. But really, his main target was he was trying to take out Galactus.
Yeah.
It was this bigger threat that he's trying to stop.
Yeah,
I thought
okay.
that would be a really great revelation
Yeah.
to find out that this whole time Thanos' actions, however horrible they may be, they're actually to stop this greater threat.
What if he did? What if he did kill Galactus? They reverse
it and Galactus
bring
comes
Galactus
back.
come back. Bring Galactus come back.
Yeah.
Brings Galactus back.
Whatever. We get what you mean.
That's the plot right there.
All right. Yep.
There you go,
Easy
done.
there,
Thanos.
settle down.
Absolutely.
All right,
that is
cool.
a spoiler because that is definitely
So
going to happen.
I'm kind of in your ballpark with this. I think Iron Man will die.
Okay.
And I think Cap will either retire or I don't know whether he'll go back in time. So like I like the
It's
idea,
either that or he
but-
dies.
Yeah.
Because Chris Evans isn't coming back.
No, but I can see him. I can see him still, like, going off with the granddaughter or whoever.
Peggy. Oh, the granddaughter.
The granddaughter.
Sharon.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
actually
You should
is
do
Sharon.
that.
Yeah. So I could see that happening as well, but I feel like he'll retire at the end of it, or someone will retire
Yeah.
because of the events leading up to it. But that's pretty much all my theories for this. I think what is there anything?
Did we talk
else
about
there?
how we think Ant-Man's going to get out of the quantum
Ant-Man.
realm? That's a big turning point.
Thank you. And let
I
me
think
explain, because as an expert from NASA, I'm
Oh
going
my
to...
God.
Is that why?
Is that why?
why
Have you
wore the
been wearing that
jacket?
this whole
I
time?
have.
Just
Why would
off?
NASA be involved in the quantum realm?
I was actually meant to
Why?
bring the joke up back when we were talking about space and
I
Tony
would've
Stark coming
just
back, and I
left
forgot
it.
that I was wearing the jacket. for a
National
specific
Aeronautic
joke.
Space Agency.
We'll talk
I
about
was
the
like,
quantum
why are
realm
you
then.
wearing that stupid jacket?
No, it's a cool jacket.
Yeah. Not
So
no.
let's go back to Tony Stark coming from space and how that will work out.
Are you doing your segue right now?
I have actually nothing to say about
You
the
just
end.
wanted
I
I think Lewis is going to save him. I think it's just going to be like a throwaway thing. He'll just be like, oh, hey, I was just whatever.
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena. Will just be like, yeah.
I think.
It's actually filthy.
I
hot
did
without
think that Captain Marvel would save him back before Captain Marvel came out, but now
And then all of a sudden she just rocked up.
she's like, yeah, she's just
Yeeted
yeah,
in there. I have three.
three
theories.
Three theories.
One,
Alright.
Doctor Strange, when he's looking at all of the
Question.
possible... Okay.
Because I don't have a theory. Can I have one of your theories?
Yes, you can have... they introduce Reed Richards, slowly start bringing the Fantastic
Oh,
Four
yeah,
back
yeah.
into the
That's
mix.
That's gonna
shocking
happen.
theory.
So that's Dean's theory.
Okay.
Dean's stupid theory. I think Doctor Strange, when he's looking at all of the 14 million possibilities, because I mean he's looking at all the possibilities, so he's in the future. So
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be as simple like he's going to pop up, get him out of there, and then he's going to be like, "You need to do this. Like, here's the plan," and then he's gonna dust.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
theory. I really
Just
like
pop
that
up. It
theory.
was so quick. 20 minutes. Bang. Help. Who are you? Don't worry about it. You need to do this. You need to get this. Blah blah blah. Good luck.
But he doesn't know who Ant-Man is, though, does
It
he?
doesn't matter. He's Doctor Strange.
He
14 million possibilities.
yeah, that's
Thor
true,
was.
yeah.
He knew who Loki
He did.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
He'd at least know who original Ant-Man would have been,
Hank
wasn't it?
Pym, yeah.
Yeah. Hank
Yeah.
Pym, yeah.
Or secondary one
Yeah.
is literally the last line that what's her name says when he's in the quantum realm is don't get stuck in a time vortex.
Yeah.
What if he gets stuck in a time
Yeah.
vortex, learns how to kind of manipulate it, learns how to control it? He could come out in the future and be like,
Yeah.
this is bad. Shrink, time vortex, back to the original time. He's like, I need to talk to the Avengers.
I think he'll overshoot, and that's why it's an archive
Yeah.
footage of him being out the front. But although that could be, I think that could be something that they've actually just manipulated in the trailer.
Yeah.
Because
So
it
much.
doesn't
They
really
could've
make
done that with
sense
so much.
that it's an archive.
Yeah, why would it
video.
say
I'm
archived
like,
if it's
yeah,
live? It's
yeah, yeah. But
So many things could
so
end up
much
being-
things. Yeah.
Oh,
So much,
unless
yeah.
though,
Shut up.
I'm glad you took
let's
your
pick
NASA
up on
joke.
every single impediment that anyone has.
what if it was though he was there, but he was there before they were there, so it's an archived footage, but it was him being there at that time.
That's what archive footage is.
No, but it's like he's there right now, but this is an archived tape of right now. So how does he have right now as a tape? And in that little thing, he could say like, maybe I'm too. Hear me
Are
out.
you confused? I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm there right now.
Here we go.
Where is this now? You're looking at now.
now.
So
No,
he's-
that was then. This is now.
Go back to then.
Instant cassettes. Okay, hear me out.
Watching a movie. Let's fast forward.
And you can see the screen.
Yeah,
What happened to then? We have a shot then. What about then? We don't get
now.
then. Who? Okay.
I hope that happens.
Scott Lang,
Yeah.
he comes out in the future, but the future for him is in relation to the dusting just happened.
Yeah.
So all of the Avengers aren't at the Avengers HQ, but he is there in the future. Does the whole thing on the door. All right, I guess I'll come back later. Blah blah blah. The tape is still there for some reason. He just or the tape gets dropped off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When the Avengers watch that scene of the archive tape that they're watching is of right now, but of a different timeline right now.
Right.
So he's rocked up at the same date, but at a different time. It's hard to explain. In my head, it makes sense.
Okay.
I blanked out.
Oh.
Because
There's 4 birds in one
I
stone.
have no idea what
So
you're talking
physically,
about.
he's not at the fence.
He physically isn't there, but the tape is from the future.
Okay.
The tape is
So
from
how
the
does
future.
the tape get there?
He just
It becomes,
quantum realm.
Yeah, wait.
He sends it to them. They're watching it. And they're like, when was this taken? And like, this is happening right now, but how can it happen right now if we are in right now? It's like,
does
well,
he-
it's from the future.
It was like, hey, check out my CV. This is from the future.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty good CV.
It's a baller move, isn't it?
It is.
But I think Doctor Strange is going to get him out. Doctor Strange pops him out.
But do we agree that he's like flashing forward in the
I think
'cause
he'll
go
come out.
forward
Oh.
and then go backward, maybe.
I don't know.
I reckon it's like actually like a few years before the snap that he's actually at the gate recording that message.
The other thing,
And then he's like, because he's overshot, he's trying to get back to where they are to do everything.
Maybe.
the other thing to confirm the time travel possibility, and this is a casting thing, and I know you're like, yeah, about casting, but they like with the whole Bucky thing, and I don't know, the Bucky spoiler thing from way back.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but-
right.
Are you going to spoil it?
No, but this is okay. So
Yeah, is this going to be a spoiler?
take it however you want.
Yeah.
So
They have recast
Oh, the daughter.
the
that's
daughter
right.
as
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that's 10 years older.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
So, but we knew that there's some sort of time jump because of the hair and everything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Because
But
the average
10
human
year
hair
time.
grows at a
Yeah.
rate of 5 centimeters. per month.
maybe you know what'll happen though. I'm glad you brought that back up. Maybe what'll happen is Tony sort of lives out a bit of his life and actually does get married. All that kind of stuff happens, but without most of the Avengers there kind of thing because they're all dust. He lives out that 10-year gap.
Yeah.
And then he flashes back and then he realizes when he actually does bite it at the end, when you talk about like that flash forward, the idea that they could be all there.
Yeah.
But that's why he chooses to actually give up his life because they weren't all there in the first place.
Maybe.
Kind of thing.
He could flash forward, do this whole living thing, and then that's when Strange hits him in the future and be like, you've got to go back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then maybe he overshoots.
Lot
I
of
would love it.
ideas,
I would
yeah.
love it so hard. If he overshoots so hard, he goes to the New York fight. And he's like, whoa. And then there's everyone fighting. He's like, okay. And then just jumps back.
Yeah.
Like all the New York stuff means
Which is
nothing.
kind of what, yeah.
Because we have that spot, like they're going to go back to there.
He could pop up and be
York,
like,
yeah.
what are you guys doing? You got to be prepared for this. Like, what? And then off.
What do you guys think of the
Mad.
white suits in the trailer?
Time travel.
Quantum realm
Quantum,
suit.
yeah.
Quantum realm
Yeah.
shoots.
Okay, so we're all like agreed that
Yeah,
that's
totally.
what they're
Okay.
doing.
For sure.
Cool. All right.
It's the only thing that makes sense. They wouldn't be like, oh, hey, by the way, before we go face Thanos, we need to match.
Yeah.
There'd be a
else
reason for it.
Got a list of who I think will stay dead.
Yeah, who? Do you think Gamora will stay dead? Do you think she's
Yes.
coming back?
She'll come back.
You
I
reckon
think she'll
come
stay
back?
dead, and I think it's important that she stays dead.
Yeah.
Because
fair enough.
it gives
Some emotional weight to everything.
and it builds up, it establishes a more interesting story going into Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Like how
that's
the rest of the
true.
Guardians are affected by her loss.
That's a huge
But
kill.
the other thing is because
But they're all huge kills.
where
Yeah.
else can you go with her story arc in relation to Star-Lord and all that?
You don't
like,
have
they're
to,
already
though.
together. There's sort of like the more interesting story to tell is after the loss
Yeah.
of a loved one.
But that, I mean,
that
there's
is,
like 4 to 5 members, 6 even, of the Guardians. Just keep her in the squad and start exploring everyone else.
Yeah,
know?
this is true.
You could explore more of Ego's past. You could explore Rocket. Haven't even explained anything about Rocket yet. Things like I don't know.
True.
I think Loki's definitely dead.
he's gone.
I think he's gone. I think he'll stay dead.
Yeah, you should as well.
Although they are doing the spin-off series, so
But
there's
as
that could be a
that
prequel,
Loki as a
whatever.
kid, yeah.
yeah, okay. I'm kind of with you. I kind of hope she does stay dead. Not in
makes-
like a morbid kind of way, but because it just makes
I just really hated Avatar.
Infinity War. Well, talking about characters that stay dead,
Anti-green.
Sigourney Weaver's coming back, and so is the bad guy from the original Avatar.
I don't know how that is.
Did you know that they're
Stephen
making
Lang.
4 more Avatar films?
Did you know? Yeah, I think we talked about this.
yeah.
Like
Yes,
last
I
time.
know.
But you know,
Throwback.
with that, James Cameron actually said nobody stays dead in sci-fi. So
This is true.
really,
not wrong.
anyone can come back in future
Han
movies.
Solo.
But yeah,
I see.
yeah, he could still come back.
He's so dead.
I
I
mean,
thought originally for my dead list, Iron Man,
Iron Man dead. Yep.
Quicksilver, dead.
Yep. Yeah. I think he'll stay dead too.
Stay dead.
Yeah.
Agent Hill, dead. I think Nebula's going to go down. I think Hawkeye's going to go down. I think Black Widow is also going to die. Yes, she has a movie. It's a prequel.
This is true.
Yeah,
It
I
is
think it
definitely
will
a
be.
And I think that will make it way more intense. And I
true.
think her dying is what's going to unlock Banner.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She'll die and he will lose his freaking mind.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a really good idea.
That's all I got. I had Vision, but they've kind of already confirmed that he's probably not going to die.
He's probably not going to die.
Nah, I
coming back.
I think he'll come back.
Also the same like Rhodey and all that.
I kind of think he'll come back before anyone else.
Well, apparently there's going to be a
Because-
movie with him, or maybe a spin-off with him and Scarlet Witch.
Oh, really?
But I actually think that he'll come back before they undo the snap because they were working on separating him from the actual stone. So I reckon that there's part of him that's still alive and
Sure,
they could
sure.
just bring back up.
Yeah,
I
I
reckon
easily do that.
anyone that's power or, somehow related to the Infinity Stones is going to come back or, just, live. So Vision,
okay, yeah,
Scarlet
that's
Witch,
She's not dead.
Captain Marvel.
Scarlet Witch is dead.
Scarlet
Witch is dead.
she's
Oh yeah, they
snapped,
dusted that. Yeah.
Captain Marvel, I think, because their powers come from the Infinity Stones, they're going to have a big, significant role to play in defeating Thanos.
Fair enough.
And I think, so we're going to see those guys definitely come back.
Yeah,
for sure.
okay. So I'm in Paul's camp that the main thing that Iron Man's going to die. You think
He's gonna lose
Thor's
an arm,
going to
so he's
die?
gonna
He's going to lose an arm. Right.
Oh, you're laughing now. You're laughing now.
And then in
But
about
just you wait. 2 more weeks.
and
3
then in
more
about a
weeks.
month,
Whatever,
you'll also
yeah,
be
yeah.
laughing again.
So
You're laughing
so the
even
bet
more.
is $10 each. So you have a potential of winning $20. Dean, but we only have a potential winning 5 each.
I like those
because we're
odds.
both on the same team.
My team, come up with your own theory.
Yeah, no, but that's my theory as well. So,
is it?
I mean, it's the most obvious.
Just because I've done the research.
I did the research.
Did you?
Yeah.
My wild card, because
But
I need one.
Thor dying in the beginning, I think, will happen.
Well, I think that makes you different then. I think you're
true.
not in my camp anymore.
All right, okay, well, I'll go out on my
I
own.
don't think,
I'll go out on my
Thor's
own.
going to die.
Look, if Thor dies in the beginning, you both owe me $10.
All right.
Well, you've got me there.
Wild card time before we wrap up. My wild card. So if I'm wrong about the Iron Man thing,
Yeah.
which I
You
might
could
be,
be.
maybe.
Small chance, small chance.
We get to
Just a
flay
little bit
him.
wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Leading right into Game of Thrones season 8, everybody.
That's true,
do this.
yeah. Are you
X-Men?
committed to this theory? Because it's big
My
stakes
wild
now.
card is that Wolverine / an X-Men or mutant shows up.
Like Deadpool at the end credits, like
Not
the after
Deadpool.
credits?
But no, as in they legitimately a character from the X-Men
I'm going to
comic
stop you
In
right
the
there.
movie.
I'm going to stop you right there real quick.
in the movie.
So let me sum up your involvement in this podcast today.
Scarlet
all right?
Witch.
I just want to sum some stuff up. One, you think that not only is Iron Man not going to die, you think he's going to live, lose an arm, build a robot arm, start
insane.
becoming a physical manifestation of Iron Man. Secondly, you think
Everything-
Wolverine is going to rock up.
How cool would it be for Wolverine?
It would be cool, but I don't think it's
bloody
going to happen.
awesome. That'd
be
So
so
that's
good.
your wild card.
Ain't gonna
there.
happen.
I'm not Wolverine.
No, but it's his wild card. So
Wolverine.
it's all bets are
Oh,
off.
That's bad on
All
you.
bets are off
Wow.
if Wolverine shows up.
Just
if
Wolverine.
a mutant. If an X-Men.
Well, they're already there.
If an X-Men. If
An X-Men.
an
If
X-Men.
an X-Men.
An X-Man
If
rocks
an
up.
X-person.
It's ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So if so any of the main
X-Men.
X-Men or
A
what?
character that has been part of the X-Men.
Okay, yeah.
Imagine if it was Deadpool.
But like, wait, in the comics or in the
comics.
Fox version?
Fox versions, I think.
Yeah, because I think it could be like there's a lot of characters that were part of the X-Men at some
need
point.
a good wild card here.
So,
Come on.
I know that's
Yes,
like
you do.
This is a crazy wild card that you're trying to put in
My wild card is that Iron Man
ex-character.
dies straight away.
straight away.
Straight away.
Straight into
Meteors into Earth.
Like, yeah, instead of
He just wipes.
okay, so
Let me
wild
explain to
card.
you why that is incorrect and implausible.
Oh, he's putting the
From a
jacket
space
back on.
expert point of view.
All right. So
I have nothing.
let's just wrap this up.
Okay.
So your wild card is X-Men.
X-Men.
Show up somewhere.
Yep.
Your wild card
Insta death.
instant death by Iron Man.
20 minutes gone.
My wild card is that nobody dies in the whole movie, basically, out
No
of the
one
main
dies
ones,
ever.
And they think my
including
theories are crazy.
Thanos. And I mean,
That is crazy.
I really think Thanos will die. Actually, can I take
No,
Thanos out of
no,
this equation?
no.
Mainly just like all the good guys don't die.
No
That's a lot of
humans.
characters.
No humans die.
Yeah.
No Earthlings.
That's the wild card that I want. Like no
Thanos is human.
Earthlings.
Is he?
So, yeah, he's just
Die.
got a really
He's
bad
from
genetic
Mars.
disorder.
Yeah.
He's from Mars.
He's a Martian. Then.
Isn't he from Titan?
Oh, it's a moon of Mars.
This is true.
Okay.
It's basically
Anyways,
Mars. It's
all
like
right.
saying
So my
Tasmania is
theory.
not a star.
Okay, I'm ruling Thanos out, so he dies.
Earthlings
And,
don't die.
Earthlings or heroes don't die. None of the heroes die. So that's my wild card.
I mean, to some people, Thanos is a hero.
That's true.
This planet is
Anyways.
overpopulated.
All right.
Take
So,
Thanos to nothing
so that's my bet. If Thor dies in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
and Iron Man lives, I win. If Iron Man dies at the end, really, you don't have much.
Yeah,
I feel like I need to pick
I
a
feel
wild
like
card,
you
don't
do.
I?
Well, not really. like
just more
you've got the
specific
best
theory. More
you've-
specific theory.
specific theory. Like
Oh.
you need
This
to
is
have
an
something
Who do you
else.
think
No
this
one's
is?
losing an arm. That's such a waste of time.
All right. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this week's podcast. If you like this podcast and you want to support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/nerdsbeforebirds. You can contribute any amount starting at $1 a month, and that just really helps us to keep the lights on. Otherwise, you can, if you don't want to support us financially, you can support us in another way, and that's by rating us on iTunes or whatever platform you're listening to us on right now. Even if you're watching us right now on YouTube, this should be a video on YouTube by the time that it comes out. Hopefully,
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
Or maybe a day after.
And maybe
Yeah.
our faces
Yeah.
will be blurred or something
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah, you can watch us.
Yeah, you can watch us if you want.
Also,
You can buy t-shirts if you want. But yeah. So
we have merchandise.
we are on all the socials, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Nerds Before Birds on all of those except for Twitter where we're Nerds Before Bird. It really is annoying.
It is annoying.
The way that you're
I agree.
doing that.
Oh, that's annoying. I thought it was just annoying that we can't use nerds before birds.
No, you mimicking me.
I'm not
before.
mimicking you. I'm just enunciating you.
Oh,
Sorry,
thank
carry
you,
on.
thank
You're doing
you,
good.
yeah.
You're doing
All
great.
right. And that brings us to the end of the podcast. If you have any ideas and theories, hit us up on Facebook and let us know what you think is going to happen in Endgame.
Let us know if we're wrong or not.
And how wrong Dean is about the arm. All right, that's a bye
Make fun
from
of
me.
me. Facebook.com nerds for birds. Make fun of me.
That's a bye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye.